Friends, I'm excited to share with you how to make Mary and Joseph for the Christmas Nativity story. And this particular one is the one that I made for the book, A Savior is Born. And just since this is a do-it-yourself guide anyway, this is just foam core board. If you've got small enough rocks, this size or smaller, the foam board works great because it's nice and stiff and you can cut it to any size you want, and then it's really nice to frame it with that. This comes from the book, A Savior is Born, out this Christmas in stores everywhere or on my website, rockstellstories.com. And in that is this page where you can see, there it is, ta-da, see, same thing. And it's just the Waiting for Jesus page of the book. All right, so in making a pregnant mother with her spouse, it's really quite simple. And if you have the step-by-step instructions from my website, Rocks Tell Stories, then you can see it with all the graphics and the examples. This is a more advanced version than you might make the first time. And the reason why is finding rocks of this size can be difficult. Usually when we're walking around the neighborhood, they're just little tiny pebbles, like these kind of pebbles. And so if you just have little pebbles to work with, it's a little different. Also, you'll notice that how the curve fits into the curve of this rock. That's a really delightful thing to do. Hard to do, to find rocks that fit together, but it's really worth the time to play around with rocks until you find them that do fit together. So let's try a really simple version first. And I had one of my young friends, Eli, tell me that he wished that I would just show him what it's like instead of just put it together once I already had it done like I've done before. So here, when I go for walks, I just collect rocks. And then when I come home, I put them in different little containers so that I separate them. These were just my tapioca little canisters that I cleaned after I ate my tapioca pudding. And then I'll put little tiny rocks in here and long skinny rocks I'll put in a different place. And then you saw all my round rocks went in there. And then when I get enough rocks, I'll even separate them by size, like the little round rocks go different place than the big round rocks. Okay, so let's say that I've collected a bunch of round rocks. Well, which one am I going to use for the pregnant tummy? Well, it helps if you have one side that's flat. So here's one rock that could work. So it's a half circle that we're really looking for. You could also see it as a triangle with 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. There's 3 sides to it, but it feels more like a half circle. So if you can look for half circles, even if that half circle is inside of a rock, for example, here's one, and the half circle is kind of right here, and it's got the extra. That's even better. But just keep focusing on looking for that half circle. Here's another one I found that kind of has that half circle in the rock. Okay? But I'm going to go as simple as I know how to make it, which is let's look through all the rocks we have and do we have any half circles? Well, this one has a flat side and a bump, and that's kind of what we're looking for. And sometimes you have to tip rocks around until you find what you like. So I think that's a possibility, and then I pull up that one, and I just look for all the ones that maybe could work. Oh, how about that, if the flat side is there, okay. Let's see. Oh, I like this one. The flat side there, and then the bump. Okay, so out of all those rocks that I picked out especially for this, only those would work. Here's a flat side. That flat side's her back, in case you're wondering. Okay, so we don't need any of these. And which one of these would we like to work with? Well, I kind of like that one. That one's pretty cute. So let's see if we use that one. We'll put these aside in case she doesn't work. We'll have others to choose from. And then we need, that's going to be Mary's belly. So we need a head for Mary. And so we've got some here. Let's dump these out. These are my little teeny tiny rocks. Okay, here's a head that could work. Is that about right? Maybe. Okay, we'll try that. And then maybe even she'd like some little feet. So I'm gonna look for really short rocks for little legs and feet. Here's 2 really short ones. Let's try that. Just go, meek. That's really cute. If they were skinnier, it'd be better. Do we have skinnier? That was kind of skinny. Let's try that one. Oh my goodness, it's so cute. Okay, then how about Joseph? So if you do a half circle for Mary, Joseph is more like a stick. So let's pull out some sticks. Oh, that's a big Joseph. If we put a head on him, he's too big. So then I try a different size, and I'll come in and go, oh, he's too big. And I just take all my stick rocks and try them out. Too big. I want this one. Ooh, that looks like a good size. And boys, when they turn to men, sometimes their shoulders get more broad. So we'll make the broad part on top. And look at that. Her belly even fits into a little spot with that rock. So cute when they can touch like that. This is still a pretty big one. So we'll scoot him down so he doesn't look so tall. And then let's see how we like their faces to be. It's when they're spinny like that, I turn them over and try to find a flat side. Okay, that's more flat. That's easier. And then we can have their heads touching because that shows tenderness and care. And then a little foot for Joseph. And here's a foot. Oh, that's pretty big. You don't know till you put it on. How about this little tiny foot? Does that look like a shoe? And then if he puts his arm around her, that's really tender and sweet. So we need an arm. We've got more rocks over here. Let's see, how about this one? There's his, oh, that's not bad. I was thinking that'd be too big, but once we put it on there, we could see it works. This looks like another good one. Here's a good one. Oh, I like this for a head rock. That probably should have been over in that pile anyway. Open. Here's a stick. Let's try some of these others. So do you like that one? Or how about this one? Let's see. Oh, that's super cute too. Isn't that tender that he's touching her little belly? So sweet. And then maybe we should flip that rock over and come down here and he's kissing her. He says, I love you, Mary. And what do you think? So we could try different rocks, different things, but you get the idea. Okay, so anybody could do that. You're just looking for a circle or a half circle, a tall, long rock, and then a couple stick rocks, and the heads. And then if you were to frame this, you could just go to Michael's or a dollar store or thrift store and buy a glass frame for a picture. You just take the glass out and remove that. Give that to mom or somebody. And then it comes with a hard board. So you just glue these onto the board and you're done. And then you might want to add a little phrase, just write it on the board itself, and then give it as a gift. And it's such a sweet, sweet gift. Ooh, I kind of like this arm. I like that one because he's got the strong, muscly arm, and then his little hand on the bottom. Okay, that's cute. Okay, so do you get the idea? Let's make a little bit bigger ones. This one, as you can see, is just this size of smaller than the palm of my hand. So that's an itty bitty one. Okay, let's try just a little bit bigger. And I want to show you a trick. Sometimes when you're out looking for rocks, you'll find these rocks that kind of look like a P. The letter P. That's the easiest way for me to, they kind of look like the letter P, huh? These are wonderful rocks for doing a pregnant mother because it's got the half circle inside of it. So you're seeing that. And then what's also interesting is if you can find similar ones like these two are, you can turn one upside down and turn it around. And because they're so similar, they'll fit together really nicely. And these work beautifully. So let's see which side we like best. I guess I do like that. Oh, sorry, Joseph. I like this side. Which one's going to be pregnant? I think that we want the smaller one to be the pregnant rock. So we'll do that, and then we'll make the taller one be Joseph. So there you go. That's going to be pretty fun. Let's try that. So we just, as soon as you get heads and feet, it starts making sense. So here's our little tiny rocks. And let's first see if we've got some heads that we could use. You see one for Mary? I like using a more white rock for Mary if I can. So maybe just for the purity. It's cuter, sweeter. What is Joseph going to be here? This one? Okay. And we'll touch their heads together again. And then little feet. We need a little shoe for Joseph. And then little feet for Mary. So let's just get our tiniest ones out here. Let's try these for legs for Mary. If we do that, it looks, that could be her knee, I guess, but that's a little too long for a foot. Oh, we really just want little stubby legs here. So let's try. That's still pretty long. I wish we had shorter ones. So I'd probably go outside and go find shorter ones. And then we just need a little shoe for Joseph. How about that one? Okay, and then an arm for Joseph. That's nice and long. I can put that, and sweet. And maybe an arm for Mary too. How about this one? A little feminine, tiny little arm. Sometimes using tweezers works really well when you're working with tiny ones like that. There, isn't that cute? Okay, so now you got the idea that you don't have to have just like a circle rock and a tall rock, but you can have the circle be inside of the rock shape. Now, should we get a little bit more advanced? Okay, let's move these guys. Okay, so let's try a little bit bigger. So this is a really great example of a half circle. It's broken off, which is fine too. But I just wanted you to see a good example of a half circle. The longer side is closer to the neck and the head. But here is a bigger one, and she's got her half circle right here and then up towards the neck. That's wonderful. And then we could use a stick rock. That's not a stick rock, is it? We could use a stick rock to be Joseph. And let's just do that for a minute, and then we're going to come back and use this one for Joseph. But I just wanted you to see that you don't have to find really fancy rocks. You can use the half circle and a tall one if you want to. But we need some heads, and I already picked these out since you saw how we do that before. So I went to my bigger rocks and picked out some and gave them an arm. That's going to be, we probably need a longer one for this tall one. And some legs. You could find some better legs. And a shoe. There you go. So that works just fine, right? So you can just get a stick rock, and that's great. But if you're able to find a curved rock that will fit, that'll be even better. So let's turn that over to have the broad shoulders on top. And then he fits in so nicely right there. And we should give him a better shoe. And an arm. And probably this way. This arm's fun because it's got the heavier part on top for like his bicep. That's kind of fun. And then it'd be fun to have her holding hands, so we could put a little arm on her so that they're both holding hands. Whoa, and sometimes we need that little tacky stuff to keep it still while we're doing it. So you get the idea? Come on down, Joseph. Touch their foreheads. Sweet. Okay, got that one. Let's go a little bit bigger. Okay. This is going to be even more fun. So look at this cute rock. It's not really a half circle, but it definitely has the bump, right? And maybe this side works even better. Okay. And then again, we can go with a tall stick rock, you know, a long rock to be Joseph. But it's even more fun when you can find a curved rock to match. Now again, this takes a lot of rock hunting. You might rock hunt for months and months to find just the perfect rock to fit together. But that fits pretty well. And sometimes if you flip the rocks over and try the other sides, it might work even better. And I think that works even better, so we'll do that. And I already picked out a few rocks to make this video a little faster. So you won't be watching this all day. There. And then there's a lot of markings over here. That maybe we might even turn that to be his face or his hair. It's kind of fun to work with the markings that are with the rocks. And then we'll give an arm. And now I found these interesting rocks. I mean, they just look like nothing, right? But they're all kind of curved. Whenever I see a rock that's curved, I grab it and I keep it. And so these were all similar sizes, and I thought, oh, that could be a sweet little arm for Mary. Isn't that cute? And then these could be legs. Yeah, let's try it. So maybe, because this, with that little point, it looks like a foot. Yeah, oh my gosh, that's cute. And then this could be his shoe maybe. And he's kind of tipping over, so I might want to bring him forward so it looks like he's a little more stable. There, what do you think? Oh my gosh, they're getting cuter, aren't they? Okay, let me make some really big ones. And big ones are more of a challenge because it's hard to find big rocks. Here's another fun one. That, you see Mary's belly in that? Maybe we need to turn it this way. It's working better that way. I put this rock with her. It's fun if you can find colored rocks. That's not always easy. Got these in Montana. When I was driving to my mom's house in Spokane, I went through Missoula, and Missoula, Montana has amazing rocks. My experience of Montana is that it just has amazing rocks to begin with. So cute. Oh my gosh, already, like, how cute is that? And then here's a weird rock. Whenever I find weird shapes, I pick them up. I never know what they're gonna be used for, but they eventually, when I'm looking for something, will work out great. That could be a shoe, this could be her arm. Let's see. This is tough because the rocks are so three-dimensional that things slide off of them. So I will use the tack on these. And then this cute, squirrely looking rock could be her pointing her toe. Oh my gosh, how cute is that? It is so cute. She's up on her tiptoes to kiss him. Wonderful, huh? Okay, let's do 2 more and then we'll be done, just so you can see how to do the big rocks. And we'll set you aside. Let's try this one. How cute is that rock? I thought it was going to be a bird. If we could put a little beak right here. That'd be so fun. You put a little beak and tail feathers. It would be the cutest little bird. But when I was looking for pregnant bellies, there was the half circle right there. And so that was super cute. So I went and looked. I could have used a stick rock to go with it. I could even use, you know, just another rock right next to it. But this one fit, bing, so well that I said, oh, we got to do that. And then I picked out some rocks already. There's Joseph, there's Mary. And they're saying, when is Jesus gonna come? We've been waiting a long time. And oh, we need an arm for Mary. How about over here? I have some over here. And that works as legs too. That would be just fine if we wanted to do that. Shoes. Ta-da! That's done, huh? Or we can have her with legs. That works too. All of it super cute. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, check out this monster. This is a huge rock, very heavy. Found it up in Idaho, Sandpoint, Idaho, off Pend Oreille Lake. And there's your half circle right there. And we could just put a tall rock with it. Big, huge, tall one. And here's the rocks I picked out to go with that. These are really fun. This is like magic. Check out, I don't know if you could see this really well, but these rocks are unusual because it has one kind of rock on top and another on the bottom. And I think they look like hairdos. So there's Joseph and Mary's hairdos. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. And then we can give his arm and you know how this goes. But wouldn't it be cool? I mean, that's beautiful, but it'd be sure neat if we could have a curved rock to fit her. You don't have to, but it makes for a lot of fun. There's a shoe. foot, need an arm. Okay, that's good enough, but let's check out this rock. Wow, that's an unusual rock. When I saw that, I thought, well, it'll be a good foundation for, and then put people on top of it. I had no idea what we'd do, but when I found this rock, I said, whoa, what if we made that Joseph? Check that out. Isn't that cool? Oh, so sweet. Put the arm. Ta-da! Amazing. Okay, you guys. Do you think you can do it? I think you can.